Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a great start to your week. I know I am. And I hope you guys know that this month is March. And what is March? If you guessed National Women's History Month, you are correct. And that's why this month we've been looking at a bunch of different female artists, or in this case, we're going to be learning about Beyonce. No, actually, we will not. We're going to learn about the image that Beyonce is copying. Have you guys ever seen this before? Why is this image so important that multiple people have copied this image? Even today, this is a very new, we all know that COVID has happened within the last year, and people are still using this image today. Does anyone know why it is so important? We're going to be looking at Rosie the Riveter, or the Riveter. Rosie the Riveter is the name of a fictional character who came to symbolize the millions of real women who filled America's factories, plants, and shipyards during World War II. In later years, Rosie also became an iconic American image in the fight to broaden women's civil rights. And this is why we're talking about Rosie the Riveter this month for Women's History Month. She was super important. Although she's not actually one person, she was all of the women that worked in the factories that really stepped in while all of the men went to fight in World War II. After the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor in December 1941 and the full involvement of the U.S. in World War II, the male workforce was completely depleted, meaning there was no one there to work, and everyone went to join the U.S. military. This came at a time where we really needed people in the factory, and we needed our factories going. We needed to build things, and we wanted to build buildings, skyscrapers, cars, and things like that. America was really trying to boom, making things, but no one was there to make them. So the U.S. government, with a lot of different advertising agencies, started creating these different campaigns, almost like the commercials you guys see today when you guys are watching TV. You know, when you see a commercial for a Colgate toothpaste, those are the type of things that the campaigns were. And so magazines and posters played a really big role in getting that information out, because during this time there was no TV, so they used magazines and newspapers. So Norman Rockwell, who created this art piece here, he created Rosie the Riveter and to encourage the women to begin to work during the war times. This image was then copied to create this one here, the ID. And now this is Rosie the Riveter, the original one. And so another artist came and reinterpreted or reimagined or redrew it in a different way. So this is what he came up with. In 1942, in Pittsburgh, J. Howard Miller was hired by the Westinghouse Company and created a series of posters to motivate women to join the workforce. And this one became one of the most popular ones, where it said, "We can do it." And this became the symbol for Rosie the Riveter. I think this is super duper important, because during this time in the 1940s and the late 1930s, women were at home mostly, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But they were at home during the time, really taking care of the house and taking care of their children. And so when the men went away, these posters really showed women power, and that women can indeed do everything that they put their minds to. That's why this is one of the most copied images ever. So indeed, what we're going to do today is copy this image. We're going to create a group poster, meaning we're going to do it. We can do it. We all know that this has been a rough year, but I believe that each one of us can get through this, and we're going to be stronger after this. So we're going to work together and make our own really big poster. You guys are probably like, Miss Johnson, how can we social distance and work together? I have a solution. So my students that are on site, each one of you guys should have received a paper that looks like this. So as you can see, there is a bunch of these papers, okay? And each one has its own little square. And so each one of these squares is gonna make up a bigger picture that's going to look like this. So once you guys color it in, I am going to come around with some of my teacher aides and helpers to pick them up, and myself and the helpers are going to put them together, and we're going to hang these outside. We're gonna hang them in the hallways, and we're gonna put them in the cafeteria. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited to have your artwork shown? I hope so. But I want you guys to know that it is very, very, very important that you guys follow directions. Because if you guys make a mistake, it can affect the whole poster. You guys see how each square, even if it's just colored in yellow, it's very important that it looks good and it's following the correct directions, or it will mess up the whole poster, okay? For my students at home, you guys have the same assignment, but I've made a smaller one. So if you have access to a printer, you can just download the PDF, go ahead and print it out, and it's going to look like this, okay? So it's gonna be just smaller squares, and you guys can color them in yourself, and then cut them out and glue them together to make a smaller poster for just you, okay? So you guys completely have access to the same thing. I will also go ahead and upload an additional drawing video for you guys. If I have time, I'll do it myself, but it may be a link to someone else's video that is on YouTube. So you guys can follow along with them and upload an image of that. And that's for the students that are at home that do not have access to a printer. Okay? Okay guys, so I'm gonna demonstrate myself coloring in my own square. Please keep in mind that my square is going to be completely different from yours, okay? But let's go ahead and go over this. So if you see at the bottom of your page, it says a color key. So the R is for red. I'm going to go ahead and put a little dot there. The Y is for yellow. I'm going to put a yellow dot there. The BL is for blue. I'm gonna put a little blue dot there. Just the one B is for black. I'm gonna put black there. And then we have a BR for brown. I'm gonna put that there. And then I have a P for peach. I don't have a peach color, so I'm gonna leave it blank for now until I go home and I'm able to get a peach color. I found a peach marker. So I'm going to use that one for peach. And then no letter means leave white. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and color this in. So here it has no letter, so that means white. And here it has no letter, that means white too. I have a little B over here in the corner, so I'm going to go ahead and color that in black. And then I see an R here. So I'm gonna go ahead and color this in. I know you guys know how to do this. I know you guys are gonna make it really nice and neat. And you're gonna follow all the directions because your whole class is depending on you for their posters. So you guys have to do this right? You have to follow the directions. And so the only other thing I have to do is color this all blue. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I have finished my poster. Again, what I'm going to do is turn it over. Make sure I wrote my letter and my number, and I wrote my name on the back. And I'm gonna take a picture and upload it to Schoology. Show Miss Johnson that I finished my assignment. Okay? If you guys are at home, make sure you write your name on the front so I can see it as well, okay? Alright, so after I have uploaded a picture to Schoology, I will just take my scissors and cut out my square. So I have my square nice and cut out. I cut on the line, guys. I have my name is still on the back and in the front. I am ready and I am done. And I can wait for my teacher to come and pick it up. Awesome, but only after I submitted a picture to Schoology. Please, please, please upload to Schoology, guys. Alright. Alright, guys, I cannot not wait to see what you guys create. If you missed any information about Rosie the Riveter, there is a PowerPoint. You guys are more than welcome to go ahead and take a look at that PowerPoint. But I briefly went over everything before. Please remember to include your name on the assignment and to upload a picture to Schoology. If you do not upload a picture to Schoology, you will not receive credit. Because once these posters are made, there's no way for me to know whether you did it or not. So please upload it to Schoology, guys. Please, please, please. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I cannot wait to see our final posters, guys. Y'all have a great day. All right, bye-bye.